right here. She's ready. And if you feel you can't wait until 12 for you to see the video of our interview, she's live on Instagram. So check her on her handle and you can see her live right now. Yeah. Khetis. Hello. We meet again.
We do, yes. Thank you for waiting. You're a man of timing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's very important, eh?
Yes.
You must have timing.
Exactly.
I saw all of this and I was like,
no, the time will come.
The time will come. All right. Let Table Mountain, the cloud. You wait for the cable car.
Exactly.
You can go to Cape Town and not be on top of Table Mountain. But the next time you go.
Because the time is right.
That's right.
Yeah.
The last time you were here, we're talking about the power of education being led by the right people and so on and so forth. The story is there. You can watch it and you can listen to it. We're the 3-hour special, actually.
Yeah. Why did you do it 1 hour this time? Am I boring? I suddenly thought, damn, I've gone down the ranks. He's giving me 1 hour. The last time we had the whole 3 hours. What happened?
No, I just thought, let's catch up. You know, a quick catch up.
How can I catch up for 1 hour, please?
And
you know, and here's the thing. Let me be clear. You know, Tibo's. Since this time last year, I've come to value my brain, my creativity, my thinking, my smart so much. I don't meet with people for free unless I know you.
Really?
Yeah, unless there's got to be something in it for me too.
Yes,
like if you meet with your friends,
I hear you.
It's reciprocal.
That's right.
But I'm not going to be meeting with some guy I don't know who says let's meet and have coffee for what? And he says I want to prick your brain. Or she says I want to prick your brain. Prick my brain for free. Do you do that with your doctor?
No.
Do you say to your doctor, the doctor you don't know that you just hear about?
That's right.
You send them a DM and say, can we have coffee? I just want to talk about hypertension.
Yeah.
Imagine. Like, I just want to talk about killer diseases, like silent killers. I hear people talk.
Wow.
I want to prick your brain. You don't do that. You make an appointment. You go and consult. You pay. Your medical aid covers. You pay. You sit. Once you're in the consulting room and maybe they're checking your blood pressure, you can tell me, why do they call them killer diseases? Do you know what I mean?
I hear you.
I don't understand why people think. So, and with you, I didn't even say that. I said, of course I'll be there. Because I thought it's 3 hours. And then you give me 1 hour.
I knew there's a jab. I knew.
After this, you are paying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a businesswoman now. Nothing for free.
I also bring value, eh?
Yeah. No. The issue is everybody. That's the thing. Everyone brings value. The issue is that the value I need now?
Me, my value is futuristic. Even the last time, you didn't know you were going to be a meme.
Yeah. You upgraded me into a meme. That's right. No. But here's the thing. I mean, everybody has got value.
True.
Yeah, there are times when I want to meet with people who, it's interesting that they thought they have no value, but they have value for me now, and I want to meet with them now, and I'll do anything. You know, so. But
it's always been.
So it's unfortunate. I know there's. Look, I came here because we've talked before, and I know there's value.
That's right.
Yeah, but
you also give it though, and
I give value.
I just want to attest to what you just said now that. You don't just say it, you acted. You were there for the chillers.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
When everybody was like, come on, that's not a platform.
Exactly.
You were there though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's start, let's catch up quickly. You failed high.
What is failure? What did you call failure? I've never failed.
Come on.
I'm a winner. Come on. I kill it all the time.
Tell me.
I'm beautifully and wonderfully made, smart, creative, everything. The certificates are just an add-on. They needed me, those certificates, so that they can have some value. So now you know a doctorate is where the paper is written on because you've seen, I've made it.
That's right.
Yeah, but I don't see anything as a failure. No. Which failure were you talking about?
Failing high. You are at the pinnacle of what this doctorate can bring. You are prof. You are leading one of the great institutions in the country, right? And then boom, while you are there, things starts crumbling around you. And then you don't crumble. Well, we thought it's a meltdown, but no, it is not. It is Mamokgethi being Mamokgethi.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I mean, I think when people thought they were seeing a meltdown, at that time I had been over it. I had gone through suicide ideation. I had been diagnosed with a functional neurological disorder. Sure. I'd been having my team of neurologists, psychiatrists, and physician meeting with them regularly since 2020. Actually, UCT was the least of my worries at that time. My son had just been diagnosed with cancer.
No way.
Yeah. So my son is going through. You call that a meltdown? Come on. I got to that university. When I started at that university, it was experiencing a meltdown. They couldn't even write exams in November. They were writing exams in January. Because unfortunately, you guys are human. I wish you were something better. Because the thing about being a human is you forget. So people have forgotten that university, before I got there, by the way, just after Shackville. People have forgotten what Shackville was. It didn't happen in another university. It happened only in that university just below the mountain. I could call it something else, but we're not going to do that now.
Okay, yeah.
But, and you call it a meltdown? Hey, God has got a way of making things happen. I would never be the multimillionaire that I am now.
Come on.
And for a while, I was an unemployed multimillionaire.
Come on.
My retirement.
An unemployed
multimillionaire.
Underline that and put it in bold.
Yeah. And I decided to have a 9-to-5 because I was doing just consulting 3-2. And the people were like, come on. I went to Kilimanjaro
I saw that.
Yeah, I went to Kilimanjaro because I started Kilimanjaro and I submitted by the Uhuru. We can talk about that another day. But they were like, come on, man. We need you here every day.
Yeah.
And like every day, we agreed on 3 days. Like, no, please, man.
Give us more.
And I was like, what is it that, like, no, but Prof, your energy, your ideas when you hear the whatever, please.
Yeah.
And then it became a 9-to-5 every day, 7-day a week. But actually, it wasn't. And actually, I see people who know nothing about they've never even seen thousands. They say, 12M is very handle. I'm not even sure that it's 12M. Adrian Bashon says it's 12M. What I know is that I signed a non-disclosure agreement. The strong way too.
And then she switches up to Xhosa. There you go.
Yeah, I haven't touched it. So people should never, like, if you are waiting for I blew it, keep waiting, my darling. It's not going to happen. Me, I'm not sleeping. Me, I work hard. But one of the things I can tell young people today is that you are never just one thing.
Come on.
I became a professor. That's when you got to know me.
Yes.
You didn't even know me just when I was just a professor, a full professor, which is the highest level of academic ranking. Yeah. This is not the highest level of academic ranking. It's administrative.
It's very administrative.
Me, I killed the academic one. And then I killed the administrative one. Some people choose to do only one or the other. Some people go to the administrative before they even kill the academic.
We hardly
That's
celebrate.
why some people become VCs and they're called Dr. Mangmang. By the way, my predecessor didn't even have a PhD. He's a medical doctor. Just happened to be a white male.
But now...
But he was given the highest position administratively. Not a top academic. I know they may be listening, the people who like him. It's true.
But let me come back to...
Because it's what you don't talk about it.
Let me come back to Mamokgethi.
Yeah.
And this takes me back to our 3-hour special that we did. You always talk about how Mom was at the center of bringing out this confidence in you.
True.
So, wait. When did that then help? Did that then become the energy you tapped into?
At that time, not really. You know, the energy I tapped into,
okay.
I accepted Christ as my personal savior. I am who he says I am.
Come on.
I don't have to be an angel. I'm not saying I'm perfect. In fact, the very reason that I went to him and I'm hidden in him is precisely because I know I'm not perfect.
That's right.
And that's the energy I tap into. Because my God didn't promise me an easy life.
Ooh.
But he promised that he'll be there throughout the time.
But we want the easy life. Come on, Mamokgethi.
Oh no, it's easy when you know he's got your back. So it's not that it's not easy. It's easy. I mean, you see, throughout, you didn't know. Even when I was here, we're having 3 hours. I didn't tell you about the tough times. You didn't know that they said I don't have a PhD. They started rubbishing me, whatever. You didn't know. You didn't know the drama. You know. Even now, people don't know the lies in their report. That the person who organizes an interview for me to hire my special advisor is the one in the report who says this person was hired without a process. But he organized the interview. There's a selection committee, not one person, a group of people, mainly white people.
And that's a challenge.
And then the person is appointed. There are reports. So when the world tells, when your enemy embarrasses themselves, don't interfere. Just keep quiet. I don't have to. So for me, the energy comes from my God. It's not who says who and whatever. It's what God says I am. I am that.
The power,
even in the good time and the bad time.
The power of, call it a spiritual warfare, or when you are in the times of challenges and trouble.
Yeah.
I read somewhere, and I'm paraphrasing, they say when somebody advocates for you, keep quiet.
Yeah.
Don't answer.
Yeah. Sometimes I answer, but most of the time throughout this drama, I just chose to keep quiet. And I've kept quiet about the report. Of course, it's not like behind closed doors I'm keeping quiet.
Yeah, sure.
By the way, I asked them for a transcript. My lawyers asked them for a transcript of the whole proceedings of whatever the panel was doing. They refused. You know why? It's because they know. They said somewhere having tea somewhere in the southern suburbs, concocting. So they're just delaying. But of course, we can go to the High Court. And I said to my lawyers, let's do that. But we are not in a hurry. But if you have nothing to hide, someone asks for a transcript because they have a right to the transcript. You have nothing to hide. Must you give it? It's just like I'm saying to you, how does a university say you are incompetent, you are not worth hiring, you whatever, but they hired you? Then they are incompetent. How do they hire someone who's incompetent?
That's right.
Then they are incompetent. In fact, that whole council must be declared delinquent directors. It means they didn't do their job. They say I couldn't. Hey, by the way, they had stated I'm the only vice chancellor whose appointment was live streamed. The presentation was live streamed. I promise you, even the next VC, their presentation will not be live streamed. Mine was live streamed, not because I asked for it, because they thought they're putting me out there they didn't know me. I mean, I'm putting my job back. Cape Town, Abandas. And I wasn't talking. They gave me a topic. They didn't know what I was thinking. They made it. It was on Twitter, on Facebook. Even now, it's online. They gave me a topic. Daisha and I break it down. On that day of the presentation, I said to them, what are you thinking? Universities are the most change-averse institutions in the world. If there's anything that hasn't changed, any institution besides the church, even the church has been shaken a bit because you see now you've got a wide variety of church and whatever. Universities, change averse. I told them, this is what you say I'm doing, this is what I'm going to do. But I want you to know. I told them publicly, it's still online. You can just Google Phakeng, VC, UCT presentation, you'll get it. I'm the only one they did that. Had they known what they wanted to play, because when they did that, they thought they're embarrassing me, but they were embarrassing whoever was competing with me, who they supported. Because that person embarrassed them. So you see these things. Sometimes you got to keep quiet. I say God has got my back. So it looked like a meltdown to you. I was dealing with much bigger things. My son is battling cancer, and the serious cancer of bone marrow cancer, multiple myeloma. By the way, Tibos, I've got 5 children. This one is the only one I gave birth to.
Yeah, I remember the story. Yeah.
The devil goes to that one that I've given birth to. Right? My marriage is falling apart. This is the second marriage. It's falling apart. Like it's falling apart. I'm trying to catch. And I'm like, damn.
All of this.
People think this is a meltdown. The UCT thing is a meltdown. There are more serious things, Tibos. Please. So when you talk about holding my head up, going through and making it. It's not through that
one incident.
through the challenges of the salt mines or the snake pits.
Yes.
In the colony.
Yeah.
It's the real challenges of life.
Sure.
And I know, you know, in the Eastern Cape, people challenge the Vice Chancellor by wanting to shoot them. No, in the Western Cape, they want you to kill yourself. They want you to kill yourself. So they were hoping it will happen, as it happened before.
So
I went to God.
Talk to Mamokgethi.
Yeah.
A letter to Mamokgethi. The higher you go, what happens when you're dealing with fellow humans?
Every level has got its own devil. And what I wish I knew, I always knew that every level has got its own devil. The higher you go, the devil changes, right?
The muscles.
Yes. But I always thought I've got the weapons. And I've always had the weapons. But what I didn't know is that actually you need different weapons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, you've got to order new ones, different ones, not necessarily new, but the ones that you have work. They still work, but you need different ones because this devil is different. And I didn't have all the weapons.
But
I had the basic ones. That's why I survived.
Are they psychological? Are they emotional?
They are political. They're psychological. They're emotional. Yeah.
Which one was in lack?
Probably the political, the capital P politics.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what they say. The higher you go, the politics get worse.
Yeah. Because I always make a difference between the small letter P politics and the big letter P politics.
Difference?
And the capital letter P politics are about structures, the politician, the minister, the whoever, and also the people in power, the hierarchy, whether they are in political power or in administrative power. And the small letter P politics is the fact that everyone has got power. You see, the cleaners and the students and the gardeners and the whatever have power. That I mastered a long time ago because I come from working class. I come from the township.
That's right.
So those politics, and that's why it took them so long. Apparently, I was supposed to have been gone in 6 months. And what made it difficult for them is because I mastered the small letter P politics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, there was going to be pandemonium.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was going to be drama. So then it took them time, and that's why the only time. And you see, I mastered the small letter P politics.
Yes.
I worked damn hard. I work very hard. You give me a task, I like winning, T-Boss. I don't wanna lose anything. Okay? So I deliver. Right? Now, that's why by the time they wake up, they got very upset, this minority or minorities.
Yes.
That by the time they wake up, what got them angry was like, hey, she got the second term even. 78% at Senate, more than she got when she got appointed. Damn! They got furious. And some of these detractors were in my executive because the downside, you see, the mastering the capital P politics is that I should have made sure that I actually have the power.
With them.
To get the people who are not the people who were planted there, because some people were appointed, by the way, 6 months before I got the job. I took over.
But that's cadre deployment, no?
My predecessors cadre deployment, not my cadre deployment.
Yeah, but you needed to do the cadre deployment yourself.
Yeah, but my predecessor did the cadre deployment. And that's why suddenly when these things come, my predecessor comes and says, oh, I knew it's a wrong appointment. A guy without a PhD tells the world that he thinks I was... The guy who could not manage processes. Your daughter was at GCT.
Yes.
You know what was happening. He couldn't manage. The newspapers were writing about how indecisive he is. Me, I'm decisive. You can hate me or whatever. Leadership is about making decisions. You don't have to like me.
That's right.
You can say I'm a bully, whatever. I'm here to run an institution. This is not your mother's kitchen. You must deliver. You are paid. The reason why we've got mess in government and people are not is because people who are in positions of power are not making the decisions. They are not holding people accountable. You hold people accountable. People say, oh, she's bullied me. I'm not bullying you. I'm demanding work.
Because I'm paying.
Yeah, and you are the bloody registrar. If the minutes of council leak, you must answer. I don't care that everybody likes you, that when you cry as a man. But when I ask you questions, you cry. It doesn't make me the devil. You are responsible and you must be held accountable, period.
Now, take that yourself in that space. You're giving advice to a young entrepreneur, female, male.
Yeah.
Or you're also talking to an intrapreneur, somebody who's within an organization but doing very well, rising up the echelons.
Yeah.
The big politics, are they an ant to an elephant? What advice would you give them?
It depends on the level. If you were going to the level that I got to,
because that's
VC, I would say
to the C-suite,
Yeah. Of course, there's an authority gap if you're a woman. There's a gap. If you're a man, you swim lightly. So the authority gap
let's talk about the authority gap.
Yeah. So the authority gap is that when you're a woman, the first thing is that people, first of all, don't think you're capable. That's the
first thing.
That's the first thing.
First hurdle.
Yeah, first hurdle is that they don't think you are capable. And if you don't look too bad, don't look too bad. Please. They say I'm a narcissist.
Pretty girl privilege.
By the way, they said I'm a narcissist because they wanted me. And I one day asked, why do you say I'm a narcissist? But no, you always look like you're looking yourself in the mirror. Hey, excuse me, I didn't say you must be born ugly. It's not my problem. The fact that I wake up and I look okay. The fact that I wake up, I look okay, and I go gym, and my body's, and I take care of my body because I don't want to buy new clothes all the time. Me, I want to wear my clothes forever. Right. Now, you don't make it my problem. And suddenly you call me a narcissist. Right.
So now, the authority gap.
I would say the authority gap is that if it goes to your gender, how you look, how whatever. So already, it doesn't matter what family you come from, you already have that. Nah? Now, if you come from a working class family, the authority gap gets even bigger. Because women, even from a middle class, white, whatever, the authority gap exists. But class, race, make it even worse. I would say to you, don't ever assume everyone who smiles with you is with you. Make sure that, just make sure that at least more than half of your DVCs, or all of them, if you can, are appointed by you. If not, when their contract ends, don't renew them.
I must say that if there's one thing I've done well, is the maturization of who? Of Mamokgethi musically.
No,
she brought it this time.
I've always been there. I've always been there. You just asked for 10. I mean,
from Tiki Tiki to Mota.
No, Tiki Tiki was in now. Like now, if it comes out now, serious.
You have no idea. We had to move the furniture around here because when she was already starting to dance. And we're all stars, so she's ready. Hey! But Pamarapian. Legaina, Motwana Nashumo. John Legend and Common Glory. Tell me about the song.
Oh, you know, I didn't watch the movie.
Yeah.
And I wasn't so much interested in Common until he dated, what's her name?
J Hard. Jennifer Lopez.
No, before
Jennifer Hudson.
Before Geneva. Because that's serious, the other crazy woman.
Yeah.
What's her name? The comedian.
Yes. Not Taraji.
No.
That
we'll get to the comedian.
The comedian, yes, I know who you're talking about.
I follow other histories and whatever.
Yeah.
Not this, but I like the woman, and it was just an unusual combination for her and Common. And so I read a little bit, and then I was traveling, and then I listened to the lyrics. Damn.
Yeah.
I was like, why is it that the Fees Must Fall students never got this song and played like that? Why is it that this song and what Common is saying never became an anthem in the township? I mean, there's a song that I have on the list that I always said, Ghetto Child, that I said it must be an anthem. Of course, but the lyrics of this, it's exactly how we do our our politics.
That's right.
And he's talking to that. It's like, so I never watched the movie. I still have to watch the movie. I don't do well in that.
Tiffany Haddish, that's who you want.
Tiffany Haddish, exactly.
That's right.
She's a whole mood. Please, if you ever want to treat me for my birthday, take me to lunch with Tiffany Haddish.
Is it?
Yeah, I like her. I mean, I like her, and I think there's a story behind her. And I gather that they're partying with Common.
Don't tempt me.
Please.
Don't challenge me.
Please get tempted. Please.
You said something powerful before we went for a break. You said you are more than just one thing.
More than just one thing.
We hardly promote the fact that you are a multi-potentialite.
Exactly.
What do you do now?
You know, I'm a businesswoman. Now I make money. By the way, I make more money than I did as a VC. They paid me less. They valued me less. They treated me bad. Now, and they wanted money, but they never wanted me to talk about money. I'm the VC who took the conversation of money to Senate and a whole entire paper that I said to them, we've got to talk about money. Senators, we've got to talk about money, because if you don't talk about money, you will not be able to do your job.
And now you talk about money openly.
Now, comfortably. Okay, so now I have interests in media hello.
Oh.
Yeah, and agriculture and food.
Come on. Why did you pick those? Or did they pick you?
No, because both. It's yes, they picked me, but if you had been following me on social media, you'll know that I come to my own at the farm.
Yeah, I saw that.
Every December, I'll be in the farm, of course, cattle, whatever.
Yeah.
And people think it's just content. What I do on my social media is to show people a 360 degree of me, view.
Which is
and
great.
to say to young people, actually, you are not just one thing. You see me as a professor, you know, of mathematics education, whatever, as a VC. I'm not just that. Sometimes I run behind cattle. Sometimes I milk. Sometimes I clean. Sometimes I play with kids. Sometimes I talk to young people and so on. So farming has been interesting. And food, here's the thing. I say, my children laugh when I say there are three things that the poor, both the poor and the rich, it doesn't matter your socio-economic class, you will need those three things.
Tell me.
Equal measure, equal way. And that's entertainment. Doesn't matter how poor or rich you are, you need some entertainment.
That's right.
The second is food.
True.
We've got to know where the food comes from. It doesn't come from the supermarket. Okay? It comes from somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm on there, and that's why I got there. The third one, I don't want to talk about, and I'm not into it. I'm not doing business in it, but it's sex.
Hi.
No, really. Everybody needs
It's
it.
a
Whether
need.
you're poor, it's a need.
It's a need.
But here's the thing. Those three things, whether you're poor or
I
rich,
hear you.
both the poor and the rich enjoy those three things to equal measure. That's what I'm saying. They enjoy them. Not only do they need them, they enjoy them to equal measure. And
True.
So I went for two of them. Okay?
But
and
I
of
have
course,
three.
let me tell you, no, I'm not doing business with that. Now, let me tell you. Now, people then say,
why?
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
Tibos, why is it? Tibos, sinekere ha o tshwane. Tibos, sinekere ha o tshwane le ba bang. Ngathi uyafana nabo bonke. Kanti you are the same. How mastaba kanti wenze kanti focus. Phela all these others don't focus. I thought you are different.
I'm focused.
You are the same.
I'm focused.
Shame.
But look. I'm focused.
Fine. So education is an enabler. You see, education, whether when you are wealthy, you can, in my view, you can succeed whether you have education or not. Formal education.
Yeah.
You can succeed.
Yes.
So it doesn't treat people the same. But when you are poor and you go for it, it helps to be an equalizer. It helps you compete at the same level with the children of the wealthy and the whatever. Okay. Well, whoever wants to talk to me about how people, when you are wealthy, anything is possible. You can be the biggest dodo ever.
Yeah.
If your parents want you to get that degree, you will end up getting it.
That's right.
Because when money enables you to do a lot of things, to get opportunity, help, blah, blah, blah. So education is an enabler, and I will always advocate for it because I advocate for the poor.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I want the poor. But these three things, it doesn't matter. Whether you have money, whether you don't have money, whether you're dead, whatever, you will need sex just like the poor guy who's standing at the street corner. You will need food just like the poor guy who's standing there, and you will need some entertainment just like.
That's right.
Whether that entertainment is seeing someone painted
Dance,
in
whatever.
silver, whatever, but you need it. So I'm entertainment, and I'm doing food. Now, food is varied.
Yes.
You can focus on where does it come from? Where do we make it? Where rather than cabbage, go Pick and Pay.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in the whole value chain.
Oh, okay.
And I actually think the poor are getting the raw end of the stick, actually, when it comes to food, because food is more and more expensive for the poor. Right? Now, just saying to them, get educated only doesn't help much, because you get educated, then you don't get a job, then you still don't get the food.
Right.
So I'm saying I can push that, but I can also say to you, we can own the whole value chain, food value chain, from where it comes from to when it's distributed, make sure that do it in such an ethical way, and make sure that the low and middle income families can afford it. But it's not only they can afford it, it's also good quality food. Good quality. So I'm interested in that. At the end of the food thing that I'm doing, it's that we offer good quality, affordable quality food for the poor who are getting a 350 grant from the government. Pick and Pay doesn't help. That 350, who are the pensioners, different people who are getting this little monies, they still need to eat.
That's right.
Can we design something that is sourced locally, that we plant, that is nutritionally balanced, that they can afford to buy and still have some little change to do a hairstyle, because they like my hairstyle too.
I think she's a book waiting to be written. However, she'll confirm that if that will ever happen.
Oh no, my book is, by the way, last year I didn't make progress in my writing because I was dealing with the issue. When I left, I decided I'm going to go to Kilimanjaro. I'm going to do hard things. Okay. I do hard things. That's my motto. I do hard things. So I've got 10 chapters. And by the way, I stopped at the point where now I had to write about UCT. And then I thought, I must put this away. I must be okay.
That's right.
And then the report came. Now I'm very clear. So here's the thing, guys. The title is there for the book. And I'm going to write the last 3-4 chapters are going to be about UCT. I'm not going to be talking politics. I'm going to talk there because I can see they're trying to delete my legacy. Yeah. I'm going to write there about why did I take the job? What did I do? What happened? That's right. The stumbling blocks, I'll talk about them. Yeah. But I have a complete separate book.
From that?
For the drama.
Hi.
Yeah, no. This one is my memoir because I started writing it. It starts from when I was born. I mean, you don't even know that I was born in a sack, right? I'm one of those children who came out in a placenta.
Wait, no, man.
I know, right? I mean...
That's all I'm
But I tell the story because I didn't know until my 40th birthday. But I tell... So that's... So the last chapter...
Which was last week, yeah. Okay.
And then there's a book on the drama, and I've been playing around with titles. I had a dinner with my eldest boy for his birthday on Tuesday, and I was giving him the titles, and he said that number 2 is the title for the second book because the first book has got the title. Yeah. And I was battling with, and I'm talking to people, and some people are scared, like, no, don't make the title too dramatic. People won't read it. I'm like,
no.
Life is dramatic.
Guys, tell your story. Give it the title you deserve, or you feel it deserves.
So there'll be this book. I haven't gone back. I haven't gone back to the memoir because I needed to. And gradually I'm getting to that point. I will finalize the last 3-4 chapters. And
you had episodes, you had moments and eras in your life you look back on and says, there and there and there I could have crumbled.
Yeah.
But I stood up for myself. That's why I'm a matcha, right? And if you were to say anything back to those different eras, to the young you, maybe there was a little but of a doubt or a fear, right? What would you say back to that girl?
In the form of advice or something, or what could you...
Or even affirmation.
You know.
Because the inner child never dies,
never
right?
dies, true. I would say, Kgethi, you are powerful.
Sure.
Just keep going. The reason... Remember, Kgethi, Javas, you were born in a sack. Javas endi sak gebore.
Yeah.
So, there's something very special about you. Don't give up. You will get, the fact that you're getting some things wrong, Khethi, doesn't mean you are wrong. Doesn't mean you don't deserve to exist. Doesn't mean you shouldn't be here. You will get some things wrong. You will miss a step. But hey, right track, you are. Keep going. Take the lessons and keep running.
And the punches?
The punches. What do you mean, the punches? The punches are going to be there.
Life throws punches, man.
Of course.
And some punches are, you don't deserve them. Come on.
I know.
Like your son now. Come on. What kind of punch is this?
By the way, I have to say my son has recovered.
What?
He had a transplant last year. So all of 2022, he was going through chemo. It was hectic. I mean, the messages he was sending us was like, goodbye, I'm dying, blah, blah, blah. 2022, whilst I'm dealing with the rubbish, they think I'm dealing with big problems, right? He went through chemo, whatever. This 2023, he completed chemo, and then he did a transplant. And bone marrow transplant is your white blood cells that are infected. So he didn't need a donor, because they did a process, and he could generate his own stem cells. They do a process. Sometimes if you're not able to generate stem cells, whatever, they've got to get a transplant. So he was a self-donor. They did the transplant. The only time we got to know that he could have died was when he went out. And he tells me, crying, how much when he got back to the oncology unit, they were crying like, you are out 10 days. People don't come out of that ward. They die. Wow. They die. My son is healthy. He went out, thank God. He went out healthy. He even got married. And hey, Tibos, I've got, my family, my children are so powerful.
Yeah?
He's an economist. I've got a civil engineer. I've got a scientist who's a musician. I've got an environmental scientist who's doing a PhD. I've got 2 who are doing PhD, including this one who got cancer, right? He's an economist.
From this girl.
And then,
from this girl.
Blesses you. Blesses. That's what I'm saying. I take everything in measurement. And I'm not saying going to university is the only way to be successful. There are many other ways.
Of course.
But I thank God that I'm not dealing with, substance issues. What I'm running. I'm dealing with cancer. With a young man who says, Mom, this cancer got the wrong guy. I'm going to fight, because cancer is a fight, Tibos.
It is.
Cancer, the whole family has to fight. It's a fight. It's painful on the body. It's literally painful, but it's a fight. If you don't have a fighting spirit, you are going to give up the fight. And how blessed am I that my son said, it's got the wrong guy, Ma.
Sure.
Crying with tears. And we hug and we're in this together. And all of us, the family, we stand together and we are fighting. He's fine. He's married. I've got an amazing daughter-in-law.
Come on.
And, and he's continuing with his life. He incredibly gifted. Machine learning, robotics, analytics. He's an economist. It's like, I always love economists. But economists are so... they can diversify their skills so much, like competition or whatever. So I feel lucky. But I mean, all my children are amazing. So I feel blessed.
You are a blessing.
Thank you.
And to see you walk the way you do, for me, it is still a surprise that you're still standing.
And it's thank you to everyone who supported me. Yesterday, I wrote a thank you to some people. Some people who sent messages. When things go tough, publicly, people think things are falling apart. There are people who withdraw.
Yes.
Who don't want to be seen, to be with you.
Thank you.
You know what you start being? Makwapeni. Bayathanda kodwa bakutshela secretly. They only tell you secretly. They don't want people to hear. So I would tell them, if you love me, it must be bold. If you don't love, please keep your love. Take your love and keep it.
That's right.
I don't need it anymore if it can be public. So I'm grateful to everyone who showed me the love, who was there at my house, who helped me to pack. There are people who slept over. There's a crew. I have a whole entire group of children, my children at Stellenbosch, the university, who occupied my house, slept over, and they're the ones who moved me. Who packed the things in the truck, and we moved. And then I decided to make my house. Now I have time. I made my house is so comfortable in Cape Town. In Cape Town, I contribute to the economy of Cape Town. I'm not leaving. We must occupy, guys. Don't get upset. Don't get upset and pack and go. Get upset and occupy, buy, and let them see you. The enemy gets very uncomfortable when they see you living your life and contributing to the economy. Don't be grumpy. Contribute to the economy. I found a nice corner, walking distance from the beach. I see the mountain and the beach, and I'm with my children. Security is tight. You're gonna die if you get there. If you think you're gonna, they are not gonna arrest. They are not gonna reach me. I know they are trying to reach me. Some of them are phoning me with some nonsense. I mean, I'm not scared of. My God is greater. They are threatening me. Some of them, they are not gonna get me. If they are going to get me, it's going to be in public, because me, I don't work with security guards or whatever. Yeah. So, but God is good, man.
Keep shining, Mamokgethi.
Thank you.